following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate the growling problem with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. So make it a great night, folks. Cultivate wisdom. You don't have to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 13, NASDAQ up 2, S&P's up 5, gold contract up $5.80, traded at $1,254 an ounce. Silver up 5 cents at $18.24 an ounce. Platinum down $6 at $9.55 an ounce. Copper down 2 pennies at $2.65 a pound. Light sweet crude up 51 cents, trading at $51.66 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 2 ticks, 125.04. 30-year bond up 6 ticks, 151.22. King dollar up 149 ticks at a 100.599. The euro is trading at 106 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 110.80 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Get a market that is going sideways, trying to get higher, couldn't handle it. You're going to have a little bounce here on light volume. I expect what you're going to see when we come into the close here is that everything's going to be in the red. The SPY got to a price point today of 236.04. Right now, you're at 235.14. Intraday, what you're looking at out here is that we had I suspect this SPY looks like it's going to finish out at 235.58, 234.58 rather. Yeah, down at the lows out here today. This thing is making its way down to lower price. Dow Industrials, same type of setup inside the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials out here. Yesterday you had a price spread in the Dow Industrials from up 190 to down 40. Today what you have is that you had a high out here of 20,746. Right now you're at 20,666. And this is actually under the lows of yesterday already, isn't it? Interesting. Well, it's right at them. It's right at the, let's see. So the lows of yesterday was 20,639. Yeah, we're 20,666. I suspect it's going to try to make it down to this 20,612, and that had been the low of the day. The composite, NASDAQ composite, same type of setup inside the composite. What you have with the composite, right now the composite's trading up $4. We are at 58.68. We had got to a high today of 58.89. The NDX 100, the 3 Qs, same setup inside the 3 Qs. 3 Qs had a high out here today of 132.39. Right now you're at 131.89. And we will see what you do have out here is that we had a high volume high at 9:40 this morning. That was at 131.74, and we just spiked that. Now, we just hit that on a 10-minute with lighter volume, so we'll see how this counter trend bounce is going to come in. Because when you do reject it with lighter volume and say, okay, now it's going to try to get into 131.96. And if you don't get enough juice there, guess what? There's plenty of time left in the day. It's going to go right back down into this 131.70, and you very well can be over from a few days ago at the 131.56. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract continues to press into its swing point. Volume's good. You know, you're up 590. That's not huge, no doubt. I'd like to actually see more volume. We're only at 155,000 contracts. I'd like to see a couple 100,000. We had a couple 100,000 pushing into it yesterday. Silver also is pushing into that swing point and basically is not backing off. The silver market, let's pull this up. Silver has 48,000 contracts, and silver looks to me like it's not only just laying under the last swing high from February, which is $18.54. Silver looks to me like it's going to launch and get up into this $19 area, which was the high of November 9th. And that's where the market took off topside. The metals market got killed from November 9th going down. The dollar took off topside. Bonds, the note market and the bonds continue to say they want higher price, lower yield. So what you have out here is this, is that you're up 2 ticks today. That's just a sideways move. You've done 979,000 contracts. You're already over the B point here, which is the 125.04. This is a confirmed ABC structure up, and you're talking about a 126.50 somewhere in there. What you also have, though, is this. You have this 4-month consolidation that we've been in, and the further that the 10-year gets away from the 125.04, the higher probability that it's not only going to go, but it's going to go a lot further than most folks think. The 10-year note right now is yielding 2.341. We go take a look at the 30-year. 30-year is the same type of setup. 30-year actually is looking a little bit better than the 10-year today, which is really positive because the 30-year normally would lag the 10-year. And what you have with the 30-year out here is that we got down to 151.03, rejected that level, and you're at 151.22. This baby looks to me like it not only wants to launch to 152.12, this looks like it wants to run somewhere up into the 155, 156 mark. So that is going to be one large number. We go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here. What you have, we have Bank of America is up 7 cents. You got AK Steel up 21 cents. Snap is off 25 cents. You get U.S. Steel down 6. Comcast is a leader out there. That's up 68 cents. If we look inside the Dow Industrials versus the market in general, we'll see what the strength is inside the Dow. What you have out here today is that the strength is Caterpillar. That's putting 10 points into it. Goldman's putting 5. Home Depot's putting 3. Taken away from it, Verizon's taking 3 away. You get Procter & Gamble taking 3. Apple's taking 2. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, this is what you have. The strength is Comcast. That's putting 1.8% into it. INCY is taking out 2.9%. Costco's putting in 1.7%. Amazon's taking out 1.4%. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are up 27. NASDAQ is up 6. S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 22. You get the Nasdaq up 6. S&Ps are up 6.5. And as we do every Tuesday and Thursday, we have our man, Mr. Andy Heck. And don't forget, folks, Andy does an outstanding show every Tuesday and Thursday here, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Andy also got a great newsletter. It's called the Technomento Commodity Report. You can test drive it 30 days absolutely free by coming over to our website at TFNN. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. Now, today, folks, okay, you're going to get a treat because we're going to put Andy on, for a couple minutes right now, 10 minutes, and we'll talk about commodities. But from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock today, he is going to be doing my show, growling and prowling with you out here. Andy Heck, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
That's a beautiful thing.
And I appreciate the opportunity to do the second hour and move the commodities hour up by 1 hour today.
That's a beautiful thing. I like it.
Yeah, should be good.
You're gonna send some sunshine up to New England. We got calls in New England today, and they haven't seen the sun in 3 weeks. So.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Sorry, Mike. You know what? I
lived in London. I lived in London in the late '80s and early '90s.
Yeah.
For 4 years, and I know you lived over there too for a while, and in London, just to make them feel better over there, the sun goes down in October, it comes up in May.
Oh my God, that's sick. That is sick. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
Totally.
Pretty sad. Hey, so the lumber market today.
Okay.
Take a look. Limit up.
Limit up. Check that out. Okay, hold on. Let me find your chart here. 1 second. I'm going to get it.
We're pushing up to the $400 per thousand board foot level.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, that's telling us something about the economy, about home building, about the construction. Just listen. No one out there should ever trade lumber. It makes orange juice look liquid. You know what I mean?
You know it's amazing. So check this out, folks. Okay, I'm actually building 6 houses, and I just filed for 6 more permits yesterday. Isn't that wild?
See?
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason why, Tom. You're pressuring that market up.
Oh, it's just for a raindrop. Let me tell you, and that's happening everywhere. So that's
it's also uncertainty, I think, about the trade pact with Canada. A lot of the lumber comes from Canada.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's what's going on there. So very interesting. Tells us something about industrial commodities in general, and we'll see where this freight train stops. $400 is a big resistance level. 399.80. So right under there. We'll see if they get the print up.
Yeah.
Be very interesting. Be very interesting. Now, I heard you in the first segment about silver, and I have to agree with you. This commodity is a sleeper here.
It is,
and
man. It's pushing, too.
A big move is coming in silver. You know, silver doesn't like to move when it's supposed to. It moves when everyone's looking the other way.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden, it's $1.50 away. You know what I mean?
What I'm really digging is that it refuses to back off at all. And we know that silver's psycho. Folks, they can take silver like and seem to twist it any way they want, but it gets intriguing that it just can't back off here, or it won't back off. Yeah,
it does. It does. And I wanted to talk quickly about natural gas. We had an injection today.
Yes.
You know, the end of March is the first injection, and now we'll get injections through November.
Okay.
It was only 2 BCF. So, you know, natural gas is higher today. We're over 330.
Yeah.
And the open interest is the biggest since 2013. There's a lot of longs and shorts and hedgers. There's a lot going on in the natural gas market.
Yeah, well, it's wild, Andy. When you look at that UNG, the UNG confirmed a ABC up yesterday. So it's like that
makes sense.
You know, it's like, okay, it's not a big one. Okay, it's only it's a small one, but it's like, hey, this thing's not done, man. You know, it's like UNG wants to go to $8.
And it's LNG. It's liquefied natural gas. That's a new demand vertical there.
Yeah.
It's causing a lot of action in the market. So, you know, as those ships line up in the Gulf to take the natural gas to South America, to Asia, hey, you know, that's demand we haven't seen before. And I think that's really helping the price here.
It would make sense, right? I mean, that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the last one I wanted to go through with you quickly was oil.
Okay.
We had a divergence in the API and EIA statistics this week. The API told us that the inventories fell by 1.83 million barrels, but the next day the EIA came out and said, hey, they rose by 1.566 million barrels. But crude oil kind of shrugged it off, and it's at 51.70.
Yeah.
It's not that I like it here. I kind of like it below 50 and don't like it above 50 because I think it's going to gravitate towards this $50 per barrel mark.
Yeah. Yeah,
the big thing that's going to move markets is whatever comes out of Mar-a-Lago on the other coast as the president meets with the president of China, which is probably the biggest meeting that we've seen so far for the new administration.
Right. No doubt. And, of course, you get Syria on the table. You get North Korea on the table.
Oh, that's a big table, man.
It's a big table. And
it's a big table. I mean, trade takes a back. You know, trade I know is a big issue, but it takes a back seat. Certainly to North Korea, who's testing nuclear devices left, right, and center, and Syria, who's gassing their people. I mean, this is a nightmare scenario.
Right.
It's very sad. Very sad. So you know what? The dollar. This is the other thing. Tom, the dollar broke out from 100.60. Look at where it closed today. It broke to the upside from 100.60. It keeps coming around. This is a nice pivot point for the dollar. We closed at 100.57. You know, this is the level we broke out from in November. We got all the way up to almost 104.
Right.
We came all the way down to under 99, and here we are back again at this pivot point. And I think the French election is going to have a lot to do with the direction of the dollar in the short term. If Le Pen wins, probably the dollar will scream. If Le Pen loses, which I think she probably will, the dollar will go down because the euro will strengthen.
Yeah, I hear you, and I hear the people. I don't see France being a big deal on the whole deal. I just don't.
No, the only thing is it's a big deal in terms of what's going to happen in Germany and the rest of Europe and the future of the EU. You know, the British leaving the EU was a big deal. If they're followed by France, you know, that's a big deal for the EU. It's really power in numbers. So I agree that France is not that important, but it's the trend. Now, the Dutch election, you know, like as you said, the Netherlands is smaller than Boston.
Right. It is.
That went the way of the status quo. If the French election goes the way of the status quo, it's kind of a blessing on the continuation of the EU, the euro's currency, and I think the euro will rally. So while I agree with you that it's not such a big deal, I think it's more symbolic for the German election and for other, elections and other countries that might be looking to exit. France is going to tell us if the ones on the continent are going to stick with it.
It's the momentum, right? There's no doubt.
Right.
There's no
it's
doubt.
A momentum issue, and hey, this euro wants to go to 110. It needs a reason, though.
That's what it looks like,
Yes, but it needs a reason.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, actually, when I look at even our dollar, it's like, okay, the Fed's still saying they're going to go up in interest rates. Like, why does it want to trade lower? But when I also look at, the world, the dollar is still that much stronger than all the other currencies. So the dollar could go lower, and all the other currencies go lower too, and we're still higher. That's the other side.
And then gold explodes.
Oh yeah. Well, but you know what? What's happening with gold, folks? Okay, which I'm digging. And Andy and I have talked about this before. This has been a tough trade, and it's tough to stay in it, actually. But that's what makes it
looking good.
And that's what makes it even that much better, man. No doubt.
I love it.
Well, listen, man. Right here, folks, 4 to 5. Andy's going to be doing a show this afternoon, so you stay tuned. Just in your car radio, your cell phone, all of the above. Andy, have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show at 4.
Thanks.
Absolutely. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you're looking to unearth a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market-Safe Core Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 4 equally weighted commodities: gold, copper, WTI oil, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With no pricing caps, you can potentially earn an unlimited upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across semi-annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There's no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. With certain commodities on the rebound, now is the time to take advantage. The March 23rd funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once more, that's 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 18. You get the NASDAQ up 5. S&Ps are up 6.5. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see on the front page, we are doing our spring Tiger Dollar sale. Now, we do this a few times a year. This one here we haven't done in quite some time, and we won't do it again in 2017. And what it is, so the way Tiger Dollars work is that they're good for all product at TFNN. They're totally transferable, and they have no expiration date. The way this works is that we started this literally right this second. This goes until the 18th of April. I believe it's, I'm sorry, one second. Let me make sure this is the 18th. It's going to be going right up to the 16th. I'm sorry. It goes to the 16th of April, which is next weekend. And remember, next weekend, folks, what we do have is that the Good Friday, the market is closed. So if you want to take advantage of this, take a look at what we have. So the way this works, and this is what that we haven't done in a long period of time, we won't do again in 2017. We'll see whether we do it in 2018 or not. You can buy 600 Tiger Dollars and you get a 25% bonus. You get $750. You can buy 1,500 and you get a 50% bonus. You get $2,250. So the bottom line is that what ends up happening, of course, is that if you have subscriptions at TFNN, if you're looking for subscriptions in the future, it's a great way of saving money. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. It started right now, and it goes until next Sunday. So it's our spring Tiger Dollar sale. So that will be, you're looking for some savings, you're looking for some subscriptions. Nice way to save some money. Market-wise out here, what I expect you're going to have out here is that, the amount of energy that we used yesterday to go from highs to lows, folks, was a huge amount of energy. So what we're doing right now is that we're building cause. My take is that we're building cause for lower price, and, we'll see how this whole thing shakes out. What we did have yesterday is that you had the SPY, the Dow, the small caps get into their March 21st downdraft, couldn't handle the downdraft, came off the downdraft, and came off the downdraft with some volume. So when you look at the SPY, right now we're at 235.11. That baby wants to go test the last swing low, which is out there at 231.61. We have the jobs numbers that are coming out tomorrow, so you can expect high volatility inside the marketplace. The NASDAQ Composite and the NDX 100, they tested their highs and failed. And pretty incredible, too. I mean, this is about as intense as you can get when you start looking at a test. Huge spike up. Yesterday, the NASDAQ had a price spread from 59.36 to 58.56. You had an 80-point price spread. It got over the highs, closed underneath them, and closed underneath them good, by the way, too. Right now we're at 58.68. We were trading at 58.68 going all the way back to the 23rd. We had 58.66 on the 23rd of February. So you can see, bottom line, you don't have that movement that's out there. The small caps, which have been weak, the IWM actually start leading down yesterday, which was really unusual. Normally, you get the NDX 100 that likes leading up and down. The small caps would start leading down yesterday. The IWM went from 137 to 134. Now, since it's Thursday, we can put these on weeklies. And what you're going to see on the weekly is that you're going to the bottom of last week. And in fact, if we get there tomorrow, what you're going to have is that you're going to have a market that is pushing on the lows of last week with an expansion of volume. That's how this is set up at this particular point. So tomorrow is going to be, every day is always an important day in the marketplace. We are going to have the jobs numbers out tomorrow. You can expect high volatility. Now, for all you folks in the metals market, let me show you something, because this is really cool. Okay, and if you haven't test drove the gold report, folks, go do it. Because the bottom line is that my take on this, you heard me a couple weeks ago, I think this thing's not only going to take off, but it's going to take off in a big way. Let me show you something here. I'm going to start with the GDX. If we go to the GDX and look at the GDX, right now today, you only get 25 million shares, no big deal. You're slightly positive. You're having a low of 23.25, a high of 23.55, okay? That, if you just looked at GDX, that's not telling you much. What it would be telling you, though, is this. It would be telling you that yesterday we had 65 million shares. You got to a high of 23.66. The last swing highs out here, watch. 65 million shares going against 61 million shares, going against 61 million shares, going against 61 million shares. You are pushing a swing high with expanded volume. When you push a swing high with expanded volume, your probability goes much higher that you want to go topside. Now, that being said, when we start bisecting and dissecting the weighting structures inside here, this is a trip. Barrick Gold, right? Barrick Gold, this is it's a subtle, sweet little setup. Barrick is down 11 cents right now. Barrick pushed higher yesterday with 9.5 million. It only has 6.3 million today, but what it did is that it pushed a little lower. It's already rejected the 915. This thing is looks to me like it's gonna go after the swing once again. So that's the largest weighting structure. Now, Newmont, who has been the dog inside the GDX and has been a drag on the GDX, also is looking dynamite, okay? So Newmont pushed its swing point yesterday with 4.7 million. It was going into 5.4. Today, Newmont has only done 2.5. We hit a low of 33.84. It's rejected that price. That also wants to make another run. It doesn't mean it's going to take it out. It wants to make the run. If we go over to Ranggold Resources, same type of setup, hanging right at the swing point of 89.68. Bottom line, you start putting these together, coming into a Friday with high volatility in the marketplace. We had a couple different things happening, of course. You get a Friday in the marketplace. Gold stops trading at 1:30 in the afternoon on Friday worldwide until Sunday night in Australia. That's why the volatility can be so intense on a Friday. Now we got, of course, tomorrow is that, we got the Friday. You have the jobs number coming out, which is going to affect the markets in general. Now, the jobs number should come out great because the bottom line is that the unemployment number this morning was great. I mean, the bottom line is that there was actually 25,000 less people applied for unemployment than the market was looking for. So the bottom line is that you can expect a jobs number that's going to be good. The real question is going to be, what is the market going to do with that? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out pretty quickly. The 10-year note's still saying it wants higher price, which is totally divergent as to what you would think when the Fed, in fact, is saying that we are going to go up, and we're going to go up 2 more times before the end of the year. If we take a look at the Fed Fund Futures probability chart, what you have is that your probability for a rate hike on June 14th is 66%. And then your next one is going to be going out, I suspect, right now, it looks like the highest probability is November 1st. That's kind of how that's shaken out right now. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrial's up 21. Nasdaq's up 8. S&P's up 7. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 23. You get the Nasdaq up 10. S&Ps are up 7.5. You have J.P. Morgan up 25 cents. Big Blue is down 40 cents. You have Amazon off 12 bucks. We'll take a look at Amazon in a second. Caterpillar's up $1.63. You have GE flat. GM is up 15 cents. If we go over to a couple of high-flying equities up here that have absolutely kept that NDX 100 as well as the Nasdaq Composite up in big numbers, Amazon. So Amazon yesterday hit a high of $923. Gave it up at the end of the day, closed out at $909. Right now, you're down 11 bucks, and you're at $897. So this is going to get kind of intriguing watching this whole thing shake out. And what did happen after the close out here yesterday, not that it's a huge amount of stock, but Bezos did come out saying that he's going to be selling $1 billion worth of Amazon stock each and every year to fund his space adventure. And, of course, what ends up happening, Tommy, my son, he was calculating that this morning, and he'd have to be selling it. He'd have to be selling that if the price stayed at the same time for 77 years. He has 80 million shares of stock, and of course, every 1,000 shares right now is almost, every 1,000 shares is $897,000, which is pretty amazing. Facebook, we take a look at Facebook out here. Facebook down 58 cents, no big deal. That's still at the highs. Apple, and these are the high flyers that have not backed off. But when they, yesterday they backed off slightly. These only have to back off a slight amount, folks, because of the way that the Nasdaq Composite is set up, and the Composite can take a hit very, very quickly because of the. It's a modified. Well, actually, let me explain how this goes because this is kind of interesting. So. The NDX 100 is a modified, capitalized, weighted index of the 100 largest, and they must be active, non-financial, domestic, and international issues. So the bottom line is that it is the Facebooks of the world, the Apples of the world. Starbucks is a pretty good weighting structure inside there. Let's go over to the IBB, the Biotech Index. So the Biotech Index, this has just been a slow, round turn. In the Biotech Index on the way down. We're at 287 right now. It is off the high of 303. 303 is the number that's very hard for this baby to get through. If we pull this back for a few years, what you're going to see is that the top of the consolidation is 301. It got up to the 303 on the week of March 3rd as well as March 17th. Gave it up, and you're pulling back, but you're only pulling back slightly, and it doesn't have enough juice on this pullback. What I expect, this looks like this consolidation is going to stay in place for quite a while. That's on the IBB. If we go over to the XLE, the XLE had gotten a little juice and then just couldn't handle it. So this is going to be interesting watching this whole thing shake out, because what the XLE did yesterday is this. It took out a small swing point, had the volume on the takeout, but simultaneously what's happening is that you're going into the downdraft that had been created out here, going right back into the March 10th week. March 10th, on the weekly basis, folks, we came down, and we came down hard. We came down at 90 million shares. Now, as of today, as of right now, we're going up on 56 million. So you can see the correlation. It's going to need a lot more share to get up into higher price. We're trading at $70.58. If this closes tomorrow at $70.49 or less, guess what? That would be, make sure, $70.77, which we're into now. That would be a failure. That would be saying, guess what? Can't handle it. It's going to go back down to test the low of 67.86. We go into the XLF, which is the financials. The financials out here look to me like they're building cars to try to get into this price point from November 9th of $20.94. Right now, you're at $23.60. And where that's coming from, you're off the high of $25.29. You come down hard, and it can't seem to get out of their way. The amazing part about that, of course, is that you think that when the short-term rates are going up, that, bottom line, we should be, banks should be taken off in a big way. And guess what? They're not. What you did have come out, let's go to Berkshire Hathaway for a second. So Berkshire is still the largest weighting structure inside, inside the XLF. Berkshire has just come down from a price point of 177. You're at 166. This is actually inside this lower range, and this is game down to 151. And this November 9th deal is a big benchmark. Now, you want to see something that's really bizarre. If we go over to the SPY, and actually, I want to do the cash SPX. I'm going to do the cash S&P. So when you go to the cash S&P, we're at 2355. Well, do you know where the November 9th number is? 2170 to 2131. That is a long way down. You're talking about $170 down. So if we go into, if you want to see where my head's going with that, it looks to me that we're going to be building cars for that level. And one of the, if we go look at the dollar, what you're going to see is all these correlations come right off the election. We take a look at the dollar. The dollar's at 100.600 right now. That's where it took off November 9th from 95. The peso is actually the first one to make it back to right where it had got weaker from. What had happened is that the peso is at 18.77 to $1 US, and on November 9th it was 18.16. It gets weaker, and the first day was pretty incredible. The first day it goes from 18.16 to 20, goes all the way back up to the price point of 22 pesos to $1 US, and guess what? It's all the way back down. It's just as strong as it was before the election took place. The yen's doing these. It's so cool, the correlations. They're just all over the place. The yen had taken off on November 9th from 101. We went from 101 straight up to 118. That's, the news media, everyone else is saying that, of course, the United States was doing the heavy lifting for Japan, because that's what Japan wants, folks. Japan wants a weaker yen. They've been trying to get it forever. Well, they got it, but guess what? It didn't last long. That was December 15th at 118. Now we're at 110. Yen is it broke down. The yen actually broke down the 21st of March. Now the yen's trying to get all the way back into the lows of 101. The euro, we go take a look at the euro. You're going to see the correlation there. Euro, just the opposite now. If we go back to the November 9th deal, the euro is at 113. We go straight down from 113 to 109 the day of the election. You get into a low of 103. I mean, that's getting weaker. Now we're at 106. The yen looks like it wants to, the euro wants to make a run to this 109, 111 area, and if that's what we have, I expect these markets. Oh, here, now let's get gold. We go over the correlation of gold. Gold, same type of correlation, pretty wild. The gold correlation, November 9th, it traded from 1279 to 1347, closed at 1283, then went straight down to 1129. We're at 1254. That has been building cause we've been building cause in the gold since February 8th to try to get through ICE, which was November 11th. That's what this is all about, because the downdraft was so intense. You need to build cause. You got to be strong like ox to get through that baby. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow up 14, Nasdaq up 8, S&P's up 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 5. You get the Nasdaq up 7. S&Ps are up 6. And we go take a look at that Dow Industrials for a second. What is just so different, folks, is that you got the aspect of that they run the market up, and of course, what has happened on a consistent basis for years now is that when the market's down, as they come into the close, they run it up. Well, we'll find out if it has changed. Of course, yesterday you had the biggest. Yesterday, by the way, folks, was the biggest reverse intraday since February of 2016. So we'll see where this baby shakes out today. as we come into this close, but it looks like you're going to get the same type of market coming into this close. Don't forget, folks, if you want to take advantage of the Tiger Dollar sale, you can come over to our website at TFNN. It just started today. What the Tiger Dollar sale is all about is that if you have subscriptions at TFNN or you're looking for subscriptions, you want to save a lot of money, it's the way to do it. You can buy if you spend $600, you're going to get a 25% bonus. You get $750 in Tiger Dollars. You can spend $1,500 and you get $2,250. That's a 50% bonus, and we will not be doing that, at least not in 2017. That's for sure. We do that about once a year. In fact, we haven't done it for a year. The Tiger Dollars are good for our products at TFNN, have no expiration date, and are totally transferable. That sale is going to go on from today until the 16th. Which, by the way, the 16th is right around the corner. It's hard to believe, but bottom line is that that's next weekend. That's going to be Easter Sunday. The sale will be over, and just remember that we are closed. The markets are closed on Good Friday. So you get about a week to take a look at that and see if, in fact, you'd like to take advantage of the Tiger Dollar sale. The yen, let's go take a look at the yen out here. So the yen right now is trading at a price point of 110.78. Now, it's pretty cool out here is that the yen could not get any traction. Intraday here, we get up to 111.14. Right now, you're at 110.79. Anything, when the yen broke down, folks, anything under 111.60 brings your probability much higher that you're going to go down into 105.53. Why? Because when we were just talking about those benchmarks on November 9th, is that that the market went up so quick that there's not a floor. That's the bottom line. And, it took quite a while to get below the 50% retracement of the move that went higher. And if we take a look at this, what you're going to see is that, we are below it right now, just barely, but that's what gave it some support on the way down. Your next support level, if you're going to do a fib number, is 108. Right now, you're at 110.79. So big numbers out there. We're going to come into a jobs number tomorrow. I suspect it's going to be a great jobs number. The bottom line is that we'll see what the market's going to do with it. For the markets, as to expecting a great jobs number, what they have not done is they haven't sold that bond off. Pretty amazing, actually. If we go over to the TLT, the 20-plus bond fund, what you're going to see is that refuses to back down. We get down to 120 today, a rejected lower price, has lighter volume. The high out here from Monday is 121.87. That's coming into that swing point with monster volume. So the way that is set up is that it not only looks to me like it wants to take it out, if in fact we take that out, it's going to be just like the bond market. The bond market, folks, has been in a consolidation since November 17th. Now, when you take a consolidation out, guess what? You take a long consolidation out, you just take the top of that consolidation, you take the bottom of the consolidation, that is your price objective as you're going higher. So you can expect out here tomorrow, I expect we're going to have high volatility, and you can expect high volatility overnight too. You stay right there. Our man, Mr. Andy Heck's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. And don't forget, you can get them right on your cell phone, folks. TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great one, safe one. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Look at them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.